Man, look at all that. Yeah, just a little sawdust. I even had a respirator on. Let me turn you around here and show you what I got. All right, here is BC with hickory. This is some of the hickory that Bill sent me from Indiana. And this is swamp rat with a wood called Padauk. P-A-D-A-U-K. And I'm fixing to get the hand sanding. I may have these sanded down. I may be able to get some true oil on these tonight. I still have a knife that's finished. I'm just waiting for some Kydex to come in so I can make a Kydex sheath for it. And I think the next knife I'm going to make is a really fancy schmancy door cheat with I may even buy some really nice wood and these mosaic pins polished to a chrome-like finish and a really nice decorated, stamped sheath. I just feel like doing something pretty. So I think that's going to be my next knife. All right, let me drink something, wash this sawdust down. Even though I was wearing a respirator, it did get past it just because of my beard, I would imagine. And it's tight. It's so tight, it's, giving me a headache if I wear it too long. All right, back to sanding. Man, that is some very interesting wood. It's really porous. It's going to take several coats of true oil to make this look right. I wish I had some filler, but I'm afraid if I use filler, it might change the color of this really neat looking wood. There's a whole lot of hand sanding. And now here's the hickory. See some right there I need to sand out. I definitely need more light in here. I need to work on this a little bit more. Let me check this side. Yeah, maybe a little more down on this end too. Okay, back to the drawing board. I'm almost done. Well, that's coming out nice. I put the first coat on yesterday evening, and it's the next morning now. And I hit it with some 600 sandpaper. Put a second coat on, and it's looking real good. This is the hickory. And this one, I noticed yesterday that it wasn't drying. It was tacky, and it's like this one dried within a few hours. It was dry enough. I could have put a second coat on, but I like to give it a good 12 hours to dry hard. So when I sand it down, that first sanding means something. I'm just not rubbing the finish off. I'm sanding the pores smooth, the grain and all that. So anyway, I generally wait overnight, and I was thinking to myself, okay, well, this will be dry in the morning. And it's still tacky. I mean, gooey tacky. So I got online, and I just Googled how to, or problem with finish on Padauk. And it turns out this Padauk is a very, very oily wood. And there's a certain procedure you have to do to get any kind of finish to dry on it. And that is to rub it down with acetone and pull the wood out of the first layer and sand it real quick and then put a coat on it. So it may never dry. I may have to sand through the goo back down to the bare wood. I did not know that. And I really like I love the color. I love the grain. Well, I tell you, every time I think I sanded enough, I sanded the crap out of this too. Well, it's maybe a good thing because there's some that I missed. I have got to get some better light where I'm working out there in my shop. The older I get, the more light I need when I'm working on something. Anyway, I'm going to have to sand this back down to bare wood. And they also say that denatured alcohol is something you could use. Rub it down with denatured alcohol and try to remove the wood on the upper surface. Try to remove the oil on the upper surface of the wood. And then put your finish on it. And they're also saying that something called, oh God, I'll have to go back and look. It's some kind of acrylic, water-based clear coat. Anyway. So I thought I'd let you know that. I just learned that. Padauk is a very oily wood, and you have to finish it. I probably won't use it again, since I didn't want to. When I get to this point, I'm ready to put finish on it. See, there's some more that I thought I sanded out. Right there. Yep, I definitely got to get some better lighting out there so I can hold the light at different angles. And I got plenty of light on my ceiling, plenty of light. But I need light right down there where I'm working. And that's my next thing. I've seen some of the knife makers with these long, flexible LED lights that they clip onto their sanders and everything. And that's what I'm looking for. Alrighty, just thought I'd give you a little update. That one is coming out really nice. I like that hickory. I like it a lot. It's a good hardwood, but it's pretty easy to sand. And this was a hardwood, but again, while I was sanding, I was thinking, wow, for a very hard wood, this is really easy to sand. Alrighty, I can't think of anything else to say. Not enough coffee, I guess. Back to the drawing board. I'll sand this back down to bare wood. Alright, I sanded that Padauk back down to bare wood, and I found something that I think is going to work. Now that I got the light on here, let me make sure I don't have any runs, because I had to spray this. Alright, that's what I'm using. So, and it's drying, so that's good to know. And I'm let this dry hard and buff it down with some steel wool to make sure I got all the little dust particles off it, and put a few coats of that on. And maybe, I don't know if I can mix that true oil or not, but if I put, I might just try that. You know what? I have a piece of this Padauk left over. I might spray it with that, let it dry, and then see if the true oil will go over it and dry. That way, because I still want to put the true oil on this, because it's a good finish that is, not affected by solvents and normal stuff that you would come in contact with a knife, cleaning it, or, Anyway, I'm going to let this dry. Give it a couple hours, I'll come back. I sure do like that wood. That is some really pretty wood. Well, that was the trick. That worked. I'll let it dry another couple of hours and put another coat of true oil on it. But that stuff I sprayed on there, I sprayed 3 light coats on it, and then I put a coat of this on it, and it's dry. That's good. And I just put the last coat on that. Now I'm going to make a fire steel, the same wood, and I'm going to try to make the handle for the fire steel sort of mimic the handle for that. Not the same size, of course, but a smaller handle that will have that sort of shape to it. And I'm going to do that next.